Hey guys, welcome to the Cutting Block. My name is Big Dog and I'm your host. And today we're going to be talking about the Scooby-Doo show that I think did get canceled. And yes, I am kind of late to this, but I'd rather get my 2 cents in on it, so let's get started. First of all, this new Scooby-Doo show doesn't have Scooby-Doo in it, the dog, which I'm very surprised by. How are you going to have a show called Scooby-Doo without the dog? Second of all, again, with a reboot of a show in 2022 or the 2020s with Gen Z, there's always going to be remaking a character to represent a certain group or minority. Basically, a third of the cast has been changed. Velma is Asian, Shaggy's black now, Daphne's an Indian girl. And she actually pokes fun at that in the trailer where she's tweeting at a show director about a show she watched, and it's like, "Oh, I am disappointed that in this reboot you don't make the main character boy crazy, blah 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 blah, go kill yourself, blah blah blah. Sincerely, Velma Dinkley." It's like, oh, they're kind of poking fun at like the fans who grew up watching the show or who enjoy the original script of the show, I would say. Other than that, that's pretty much what the show is Scooby-Doo in an adult setting with the characters remade. And I'm giving my opinion on companies that do like reboots too often. Call of Duty, I'm looking at you. But TV shows and movies that are constantly getting reboots, big prime example recently was the Halloween Ends movie. The Halloween franchise had 2 reboots, believe it or not. One of Rob Zombie, one called Halloween H2O. I think that's meant like 20 years later or something like that. But horror movies get reboots constantly, and very rare the reboot does good. By the way, the Friday the 13th 2009 reboot was the best. Fight me about it. But a lot of the times reboots don't do good. Look at Halloween, look how many reboots that had. Basically 2 reboots of the franchise. Now, with this reboot of Scooby-Doo, I hope these rumors I heard about True didn't do really much research, that it got canceled before an episode aired. They fired all the writers, they fired all the staff that partaked in it. And here's my opinion on like companies that make TV shows and movies that are essentially reboots from the original. No, I don't want reboots. I want new shows with original characters. That's the honest truth. Yes, I would love to see my characters be mentioned. The characters I fell in love with be mentioned in it. I really don't like reboots. I'm tired of them. I want new stuff. Like, you don't see them rebooting Adventure Time, which I hope they don't do. You don't see them rebooting regular show. You don't see them rebooting video games, which they are doing with Call of Duty, which gameplay in the background. Multiplayer is decent. Campaign is good, I heard. But hey, I do view reboots and redesigns of characters from the original a form of laziness, as you really can't come up with anything new to the point of like, oh, let's create a new original characters that people can relate to and like, versus, yeah, let's just take an original story and we're gonna reuse it and rewrite it and reboot it and remake characters. I do find that as like a lazy writing. It's kind of like me saying owning a restaurant, right? Instead of making new batches of like chicken, let's use chicken as a prime example. Me making new batches of like grilled chicken every day, I decide, hey, you know that stuff we didn't sell yesterday? Yeah, let's just reheat it and ship it out. Like, yeah, let's just do that. If I did that, I would have been fired in the restaurant industry and shut down. Basically, that's my opinion on this. And if the show did get canceled, thankfully, because I would not have watched it. A lot of people would hate on it. But that's the end of the cutting block. If you got better suggestions for the name, let me know. Let me know if you like the music background. And I'll see you all in the next one.